right? It's an early start for Team Tally Ho as they take you to the Kent Battle of Britain Museum. Yes. Wow, so here we go. I'm at the Kent Battle of Britain Museum and they've amazingly let me sit in their new Heinkel HE111 and it's an absolute privilege to be in here. It's a real piece of history. It's really tangible and I can't quite believe I'm sitting here. So you have this aircraft which was part of the frontline German bomber force that will be flying over our airfields, dropping bombs on our airfields, and during the Blitz dropping bombs over London. You'll see the famous footage of all the famous pictures of the planes over London, and it's just incredible to be in here. The front end of this aircraft is made of perspex. Let me show you, let me see if we can show you. And it's just incredible to think how exposed they would have been. So let me spin it around, hopefully you can see that. And you think about the Hurricanes and the Spitfires that would have been bearing into attack, and they developed the sort of head-on attack. Oh my God, and you can imagine why the pilots would have broke the formation. You're so exposed up here, you're just out and in amongst it, but man, what a privilege. And it's why the Kent Battle of Britain Museum is a world leader. It is literally the best museum on the face of this planet, in my humble opinion. Visit the museum, you just can't escape what a personal and evocative museum it really is. Each exhibit forms a last memorial to the pilots involved, and as a result it's incredibly personal. You can hear about their heroic deeds. It doesn't differentiate between pilots from the Royal Air Force or the Luftwaffe or between any nations. It's literally about commemorating the brave young men and women who lived through and existed through those crazy times. What I absolutely adore about this place is it's situated on former base RAF Hawkinge. So the buildings that you see behind me, the buildings where the exhibits are displayed, are the original buildings from that era. You can still see the battle damage and the battle scars in the roof. This was the closest base. RAF Hawkinge was the closest base to occupied France. So this was the front line. It's literally steeped in history. I just absolutely love the place. So I personally owe this place a huge debt of gratitude. Over the last 10 years or so, I've been so privileged to come down, spend time here, speak to the volunteers, speak to Dave Brocklehurst, the chairman, and I personally have learned so much, and I wouldn't be in a position to be doing what I'm doing with you guys now had it not been for the Kent Battle of Britain Museum. So I couldn't bring you to the Kent Battle of Britain Museum without introducing you to the main man. This is the chairman, David Brocklehurst, MBE. He knows that much about the Battle of Britain that he's met the Queen. Hello, Dave.
Hi, nice to see you, Dave.
Do you have a message for the Tally Ho Project detectives and Team Tally Ho?
It's a pleasure to be here. You're all doing wonderful things. I am following Team Tally Ho on Facebook, and Dave and his team are doing wonderful things, and the detectives are as well. And I look forward to seeing some of your adventures in the future.
Awesome. And in your opinion, why is it important that we remember and commemorate this generation?
because without the Battle of Britain pilots and aircrew, we wouldn't be having the lifestyle we have today. That's how important it is. It was 20 weeks in 1940 that changed the world, made it a better place. We may not seem to think sometimes it is, but without them we would have a horrendous life, if we had a life at all. So we owe everything to them. If we hadn't had the Battle of Britain, or we lost the Battle of Britain, we wouldn't know about, we wouldn't have dam busters, we wouldn't have D-Day. So it's that important that it has to be commemorated, and why I've devoted 42 years of my life to commemorate it, and plan to spend at least hopefully another 40 years if I can doing the same.
There you go, you can't say much more than that, can you? I mean, the people involved, the pilots, that generation, their voice is getting quieter and quieter, and as it does, the onus it falls on you and me and Dave and all of us to carry on these conversations and keep learning the lessons from an incredible generation.